Hey, Tanner James, DJ TJ. I want to talk to you guys about education as pretty much a business owner or as a DJ. If you don't know me, if you're just running into me for the first time, I'm a DJ. I have a DJ training business so I can help other DJs become better DJs, grow their businesses, that kind of thing. I started a small DJ business, grew it, got to a good point, and then really wanted more, so I just exploded it. 4x'd in 8 months, and I learned a ton, and so I'm trying to give back to the other DJs in the industry. So if you want to learn some more things, go to djtjtraining.com and there are some resources there for you. But I just went to a conference this last weekend. It is February of 17. I just went to a conference and it was not DJ related. It was purely like a business conference, a business growth conference, and I learned a ton. But I think what happens is we, as people, as anybody, right? Business owners, especially DJs, anything, when we don't want to like invest in something because we don't know if it's going to come back, right? We don't want to buy a book for 30 bucks because it's 30 bucks. You know, like what could that 30 bucks do somewhere else? We could make money somewhere else. And that we are looking at it the wrong way. I used to do that for way too long. I would not buy a book, a $15 book, because I'm like, well, I don't know, I could like spend that money. I could do something else with it, right? That's horrible. Don't do that anymore. Stop thinking like that. That you're thinking small. Don't do that. This is the thing. This weekend that I just did probably overall costed me about $2,000. But what I took away from it is going to make me more than $2,000 probably next month, you know? So that's what you have to realize is, yes, even though you don't have $2,000 and that $2,000 could have gotten you a new piece of gear, the knowledge that you're gonna pull from things is gonna be so much more important. I have some books right here. I'll show you. Last year I read about 45 books just in a year. Here's some business books. Here's some more books. Other books. I listen to a lot of books, so I do mostly audio books and more books here. So to me, education is really important. Education is really important because if you can learn one thing, okay, if I buy this book right here, okay, this book is, $33 Canadian, so I don't know what that is here, probably around 28, 30 bucks. In the US, 30 bucks. Now, I'm gonna buy this book. What if I can take one simple tip out of it? If I take one thing and it gets me something, another gig, it's worth it, right? And that's what I tell DJs a lot. They're like, you know what, I wanna join your program, but I just don't have, I don't know if it's smart to join, you know? And I'm like, okay, well look, I've given you a bunch of value in the YouTube videos, in the podcast, in the free training that I give out. The paid training is 10 times better, right? You're actually paying for this. This stuff is unbelievable. It gives you real tips, things that you can implement right now to do. And, you know, I'm like, do you think that if you book one gig out of the information that you get, it would be worth it? And they're like, yeah. And it is, right? If you pay however much, it is 100 bucks, 150 bucks, and you book one gig, it's worth it, right? So you have to think like that now. So buy a book today, read the book. Every single time I buy something off Amazon, I buy a book. So I'll buy ink and I buy a book. I buy, you know, a cable, buy a book, because I always want to have a book to read so that if I have the chance to, I can. You have time to read, you have to set aside time. And maybe it's 20 minutes a night, and maybe it is an audio book, or maybe it is a conference, a DJ related conference, a business related conference, a marketing whatever it is. You need to figure that out and go and spend the money, invest the money, because it really is an investment. But when if you go to a conference, many people at the conference that I was just at, the first day they were all there, the second day weren't there, third day they weren't there. They started partying. It was in Vegas. They started partying. You know, like that's not good. Don't do that. Go there, invest in yourself, spend the money, because if I buy, let's see, this book right here and this book right here helps me become great at branding and book one gig, it's worth it, right? If I buy this book right here and it helps me do something different with my marketing and I book another gig off of it, it's worth it. So I used to think that like it wasn't smart or it wouldn't be a great idea. I was wrong. And if you're thinking like that, you're not in the right mindset. You need to switch the mindset and spend the money, invest some money, and then you're gonna be good to go. I have a marketing cheat sheet right here. it has, it's 9 pages with 7 tips about marketing for DJs. And gives you kind of everything you need to know, because marketing played a huge role in my business's growth. And so I put it into this cheat sheet and I sell it for $2, okay? You can buy it for $2, that's it, $2. And if you get something worth more than $2 out of it, it's worth it, right? So spend the $2, invest, you'll get 1 nugget, let alone 20 nuggets, and it's worth it. So when you are reading a book or when you're watching a YouTube video, all it takes is 1 tip for it to make it worth it, right? So I mean, even if you spend $1,000 on something and you get 1 thing out of it, and that 1 thing will help you produce more money, over $1,000, it's totally worth it, right? So change your mindset when you start thinking about investments and investments in yourself, because the investments in yourself are the ones that don't like come straight back at you. But over time, as long as they're a good investment, it will help you tremendously. Hey, if you have any questions about anything I just talked about in this video, leave it down below, let me know. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, hit the subscribe button. I want to start doing some more videos like this to help the DJ industry for, you know, other things. I have a lot of tips, but I want to kind of go into the more theories, and hey, you want to grow your business, is what you should be doing. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, please do that. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below. Thank you for checking out the video.